when it comes to Tory Lanez and Meg Thee Stallion, Meg just cannot leave Tory alone. This man is already in jail, sentenced to 10 years for, I can't say allegedly because he's been convicted, but y'all know the story. Tory Lanez was in a car with Meg and her friend. Gun goes off. Tory Lanez gets convicted and he's in jail for 10 years. But now Meg Thee Stallion just can't let things go. She feels like, oh, I'm still being harassed by Tory Lanez. I just can't get Tory Lanez off of my mind. And she's trying to bring more, not more charges, but she's trying to put Tory Lanez in an even crazier position moving forward. Let me just get into it. Shout out to Megan Cundiff for this article, amazing article. And I believe she's going live talking about this later on today. If she does, I'll make sure to leave a link to her live stream. What does she say in this article? Judge bars Tory Lanez from contacting Meg Thee Stallion for 5 years. Meg Thee Stallion testified via a video in Los Angeles County Superior Court that she is a nervous wreck all the time and fears what will happen when Tory Lanez is released from prison. Oh, poor Megan. Poor Megan. No, he is not out yet. A judge on Thursday barred imprisoned rapper Tory Lanez from contacting Megan Thee Stallion directly or indirectly for the next 5 years as a part of a civil restraining order Megan testified would protect her from ongoing harassment. Have you ever seen a restraining order against someone who was in prison? This lady is obsessed with this man. It's crazy. I haven't been at peace since I'm gonna get through this, y'all. I haven't been at peace since I've been shot. And I'm just tired of being harassed, the 29-year-old rapper told a Los Angeles County judge via video from her home in Florida. Tory Lanez's legal name is Daystar Peterson, is serving a 10-year prison sentence after a jury convicted him of 3 felonies for shooting Meg and injuring her feet at a party at a reality star Kylie Jenner's Hollywood Hills home in July of 2020. Megan's lawyer said Thursday that a protective order in place before trial expired and a 10-year criminal protective order should have been issued when Tory Lanez was sentenced, but it wasn't. Megan's legal name, Megan Pete, can't currently attain a criminal protective order because she described her relationship with Tory Lanez as friends with benefits instead of a dating relationship, her lawyer said. The civil restraining order request includes a declaration from domestic violence prevention organizations that were concerned with this gap in the law where people like Ms. Pete are without protection in the criminal courts, said Mari Henderson, a partner at Quinn Emanuel. Doesn't this sound familiar? In Los Angeles, Quinn Emanuel, they're representing Jay-Z. Alex Spiro. It is illogical that she would have less protection now that Mr. Peterson has been found guilty and convicted, Henderson said in court. Tory Lanez, who did not attend the hearing in person or remotely, is eligible for parole in September of 2029. And Meg testified she fears he could try to contact her after he's released. Yeah, I feel like maybe he'll shoot me again. And maybe this time I won't make it. Oh. I said I'm going to try and make it through this, y'all. This is said Megan, choking back tears. Yeah, that wasn't the only thing she was choking back. She says she hasn't attended therapy lately because I have been feeling kind of like hopeless about this whole thing. No matter how much somebody tells me I need to get past it or it's going to be okay, it just seems like I have to relive it every day. The person who shot me won't let me forget it. I barely leave my house. I leave my house for work when I have to, says Megan. She said she never had anxiety before she was shot, but now I'm just a nervous wreck all the time. Henderson asked why she wants the restraining order, and Megan answered, because even from behind bars, he won't leave me alone. She thought Tory Lanez would have a moment to repent in jail and realize what he did wrong. But even from behind bars, he is still showing that he's angry, an angry person. And I'm scared that even when he gets out of jail, he's going to still be upset with me, Megan testified. He keeps showing me that he can get to me, like he won't give me a day of peace. And I feel like for a fact, when he gets out of jail, it's going to be worse. She doesn't want him to make music on it. I guarantee you. And that's exactly what Tory Lanez is going to do. Los Angeles County Superior Court Judge Richard Bloom said he believes there's ample evidence of harassing conduct dating back to at least July of 2020. The facts in this matter show both unlawful violence, credible threats of violence, and a knowing and unlawful course of conduct that seriously harasses a petitioner and serves no legitimate purpose, Bloom said. The order is effective until midnight on January 9th of 2030. Oh, God, even when he gets out. It prohibits Lanez from being within 100 yards of Megan. Doubt that'll be an issue, and says he can't contact her either directly or indirectly in any way, and specifically bans all types of communications and other electronic means. I wonder if that counts for the music side of things, because if he makes a song and he's like talking about Megan or saying something about what happened, how's that going to affect him when he gets out of prison? In their petition, Megan's lawyers cited a music video Tory Lanez made to his song Cap, in which he's a butcher chopping horse leg. Then stands outside the courthouse, grabs a microphone from the reporter and raps, "Bitch is trying to end me, so I cannot be polite." Lanez's lawyer, Michael Hayden, told reporters after the court that Tory Lanez shouldn't be doing stuff like, "Yeah, that was a little harsh." Oh, come on, lawyer, don't say that. I guess you could call it speech because he was expressing himself through art. It's something that he did construct, and I don't think he'll do something like that again, said Hayden, a lawyer with a legal services group United the People, of which Tory Lanez is a board member. I can't speak for him, Hayden continued. I think that nothing like that is going to come about. I think he wants to mind his business. I agree. She wants to mind her business. Thursday's hearing was the first public airing of the case that began when Megan's lawyers filed the restraining order on December 17th and said Tory Lanez continues to harass Megan from prison, including through social media commentators such as Millargo Cooper. Megan is suing Cooper in a federal court in Florida for defamation, promotion of an altered, I don't know what that means, sexual depiction, intentional infliction of emotional distress, and cyber talking. So basically what she's saying is this Millargo Cooper, I don't know who that is some type of mouthpiece for Tory Lanez, and he's using her to communicate to Megan. Man, it is what it is. Henderson said Thursday that Cooper has a business relationship with Tory Lanez's father, Sonstar Peterson, and said a subpoena revealed several payments from him to her. Lanez also discussed Cooper in phone calls from prison obtained by Meg's lawyers, and Tory Lanez approved a statement about the defamation lawsuit and directed his lawyers to represent her. Megan's lawyers filed transcripts of the calls from October 30th and November 7th between Tory Lanez and Unite the People CEO Caesar McDowell. Henderson also said in court that Tory Lanez had a contraband cell phone while he was in prison, a secret cell phone that bans us from being able to hear any recordings or monitor activity, which begs the question of what it is that he's directing through the secret cell phone, Henderson told Judge Bloom. Hayden said the request was not about violence, even though there may have been 4.5 years ago. It's about prior restraint of Tory Lanez's right to freedom of speech. There's no evidence or threat of current or future harm to the petitioner, Hayden said. He has not contacted her and does not want to contact her. He does not even want to harm her. Hayden also said that Tory Lanez did not want to contact these third-party bloggers. He said the bloggers such as Cooper have an independent mind of their own. And Tory Lanez had a really close relationship with Aiden Ross too. If y'all don't know who Aiden Ross is, he's one of the biggest streamers in the game right now. Signed a multi-million dollar deal with Kick. And Tory Lanez being on Aiden Ross's, you wouldn't call it podcast, but Aiden Ross's live stream is one of the things that really helped launch Aiden Ross's career. And one of the most viral videos I think Aiden Ross has probably had to this point. So he does have a relationship with these third-party bloggers, and he's been back on Aiden Ross's live streams before. Aiden Ross is always screaming free Tory. He's been very vocal about how he feels about Tory Lanez. So in this instance, this seems like it would be tough to prove in court, in my opinion. If they want to be pro-Tory, they're pro-Tory. If they want to be pro-Meg, they're pro-Meg. That's not any cohesive control. Hayden said there isn't violence today and there won't be tomorrow. He added, as far as I know, and Judge Bloom said that would sort of underscore the concern here. Hayden referred to Tory Lanez before the trial as all the junk that happened, which drew a sharp response from Henderson. This is not junk. That is Mrs. Pete's life. And what happened to her from the time of the shooting to the time of today has been incredibly traumatizing, Henderson said. She endured more than just smear campaigns as people question whether she's even a victim at all. I mean, I still do. Again, it's been decided Tory Lanez has been found guilty, so we say innocent till proven guilty. He's guilty in the eyes of the court. Looking at the facts of what happened, seems like they missed this one. Hey, what can we say, right? Henderson gave Megan the last word, and Megan told the judge, Hayden had referred to her trauma as junk. That's what they've been doing online. They made people question, was I shot at all? But you weren't, Megan. You weren't shot. They have tried to create a chaotic environment for me and have everybody attacking me. She says she knows that being a public figure comes with hearing a lot of people from all over the world talk about you. I'm not trying to take anyone's freedom of speech away, she said. It's the man that is orchestrating it. He's the person that shot me, and he's orchestrating people. Well, a medical exam, we're not going to go into. Hayden cross-examined Megan only briefly, and he focused on the fact that she lives in Florida because he argued to Bloom that Los Angeles County isn't the proper venue for a restraining order. Henderson said they're not contesting that Mrs. Pete is a Florida resident. The basis for the venue, as I stated, where the physical injury occurred, Henderson said, Miss Pete is currently a Florida resident, and that's not something we have contested. Judge Bloom said one issue is the lack of evidence about the recent conduct, but her older conduct shortly after Tory Lanez shot Megan is enough. He cited a ripple effect from violence, and then they go through back and forth. Oh, and we're almost there, so I guess I could read the rest of this. Ripple effect from the violence. In some cases, it may be small ripples that go away with time. In other cases, it could be ripples that grow with time, the judge said. Miss Pete's testimony here seems to make clear that the ripple effect here has been significant. Whether or not it's then amplified or caused by the other events are described. The judge recessed the court and went to his chambers before issuing a final ruling. He said many facts exist, including the uncontroversial fact that Tory Lanez engaged in a course of conduct that accumulated in distributing approximately 5 rounds at a petitioner that resulted in injuries to her, surgery, and from her testimony, lasting mental anguish. Thank you, Judge, said Megan. Hayden said after court that this was going to happen today one way or another. He said The bigger picture is the lawsuit against Cooper in Florida, because that's a speech issue. Megan's lawyers currently have until January 13th to respond to a motion to strike the complaint for failure to state a claim. Wow. And okay, there we go. So Megan said she'll discuss the hearing live on YouTube Friday at 9 p.m. Pacific time. All right. So y'all go show some love to Megan. I'm definitely going to check that one out.